What's going on, folks? Welcome to the latest edition of Nintendo Enthusiast Week in Review. I'm Shawn Long, I'm your host, and holy crap, man, Nintendo's just trying to make my job harder with all these videos because they announced a lot of stuff this week. So without any further ado, let's jump into this past week's news. Alright, so the biggest news of the past week, of course, is Nintendo is going mobile. Sort of. They've teamed up with Japanese giant DNA, and yes, one of the things of it is Nintendo's going to start making mobile games. That's cool, I guess. I don't play mobile games because I don't really like them, and Nintendo really seems to understand how to do a mobile game as far as their talks go. Nintendo has stated that they're not going to compromise any IPs just to make a quick buck on the mobile market, and they're actually going to try to make games that are, you know, an ecosystem. Basically what Nintendo is trying to do is they're trying to make something that connects your Wii U, your 3DS, your smartphone, your PC, all into one encompassing thing. So like, if you do something on a mobile game, it can impact, you know, a console game or something similar to that. So I really think we're gonna see, you know, puzzle games, match 3 games, games like Pokemon Shuffle, things like that. I don't really foresee Nintendo making full-fledged cell phone game experiences because that's not really what they're about. This is more of a supplemental thing to get people, and that's what Nintendo's saying. They're trying to make more people play Nintendo games by offering smartphone stuff because let's face it, a lot of people use smartphones for games and whatnot nowadays. Kind of like a gateway drug, if you will. You try the sample on the mobile game and then of course you'll want to play more, so then you'll start checking out Nintendo products. Now, part of this ecosystem with the smartphone, PC, Wii U, and 3DS altogether thing is, of course, Nintendo announced the Nintendo NX. It was kind of mentioned in passing just to kind of show that Nintendo's still in the console market and they're still going to be, you know, a console player. But a lot of people flip their lid over it like, oh, the Wii U's dead, blah, blah, blah. My opinion is we won't see any. They already said they're not going to release any information on the Nintendo NX until next year. So if they're not releasing information on it until next year, more than likely you're not going to see this till 2017 at the earliest, in my opinion, of course. So Wii U owners, calm down. Like it's not that big of a deal. Whenever companies finish hardware, they start working on new hardware. So it's not anything outside the realm of possibility. And who knows? You know, that Nintendo NX might end up really being, you know, something awesome and something groundbreaking. It's definitely tough to say right now. Everything is just speculation. My speculation is, I don't really know. I think it'll be cool, of course, but we're not going to see anything until 2017 on it, so don't worry about it anyways, folks. So another important facet of this Nintendo and DNA deal is that this will be the successor to Club Nintendo. It'll be some sort of subscription service, whether it's free or whether it costs money, who knows. And of course, nobody knows what's actually going to be on the subscription service. They plan on launching it in the fall of 2015, so this year. So more than likely at E3 they're going to drop a bomb on it. What do I think it is? Well, a little birdie told me last year during E3 that Nintendo was actually going to announce a virtual console subscription service. And it got to the point where like I had the write-up done and I was ready to pump it out whenever Nintendo announced it at E3, but it never happened. Do I think that this is going to be it? Yeah, I do. I really think there's going to be some sort of virtual console subscription service where Nintendo is just pumping out tons of content. And, you know, it could be trial, it could be buy it, it could be rent it, who knows? It's all speculation at this point, but it could be very cool, and that's the main thing about it, is that it could be very cool. How will it tie into current purchases for games and systems and whatnot, how you used to get Club Nintendo coins? I don't really know, but DNA is very big on the cloud system sort of aspect of gaming, so I really think this is going to open up Nintendo's online like crazy. It's also going to be incorporated in smartphones and PC technology. So, I don't know, maybe there could be some interaction there. Maybe we'll finally see more cross-buy, cross-chat, in-game notifications and stuff. It's really going to ramp up Nintendo's online to like the next level. So, that's a very exciting part of this merger that I don't think a lot of people are really focusing on and talking about, because honestly, that's probably going to be the most impactful situation. The mobile games are just going to be little side diversions to bring people back to Nintendo. The important stuff is what it does for the consoles, and that's a very exciting feature.
This week's Retro Game of the Week is brought to you by PunchOutGaming.com. From retro gaming to modern, PunchOutGaming.com has you covered. Join their Facebook group for the best sales as well. Link in description.
This week's Retro Game of the Week is sort of a hidden gem. I've owned it for a while, but I've never played it. I actually first played it a couple weeks ago on accident. My housemate had a friend over, and she has a young daughter, so they were playing some games and stuff, and I was like, yo, why don't we play a Mickey game? Kids like Mickey. Mickey's cool. So I popped this in and I was kind of like, yo, give me the sticks because I want to play this. It looks dope. And it was. Mickey Mania on the Super Nintendo. I have a box copy here. And it's a really good game. The animation is really well done. It takes you through different parts of Mickey's cartoons, such as you start out with Steamboat Mickey, and it's all black and white and stuff, and you add color to the world. It's a really well done game. The music is really good. The platforming is rock solid. I know Mickey games might be considered kiddie games, but I mean, is it really more kiddie than a bunch of 13-year-olds doing a circle jerk over Call of Duty? You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here with that. Anyways, Mickey Mania, very solid Super Nintendo game. If you do not have this game, definitely add it to your lineup because it's a super solid game. It's really fun. So it looks like there's a new Pokemon game coming to the Wii U, Pokemon Rumble World. The Australian ratings board actually rated this game as, being in production, so that kind of pretty much confirms it. That's how you get a lot of things like that. Think of that as the ESRB of Australia. So what to expect from this game? Well, more than likely there's going to be a bunch of amiibo crap. Probably similar to how Mario Party 10 was. I could totally see a full line of figurines for Pokemon Rumble World that would utilize the game. And that's going to create a lot of chaos and a lot of money for Nintendo because let's face it, Pokemon is still a very hot item. Came out in '98 and people are still clamoring over it. So that's definitely a franchise that needs the sort of amiibo figurine line because there's going to be a lot of money in it for Nintendo. And it could end up being a fun game. Hopefully it's a little more polished than the last game in the series, and hopefully Nintendo takes its time with it. Sort of, create like a Mario Party 10 thing where you have a pack-in amiibo, Pikachu or something, and hopefully they'll be able to use the Smash Brothers figures as well. What do you guys think? Were you guys looking forward to Pokemon Rumble World? Do you want to see more on this game? Let me know in the comments below. Finally, I don't really cover much indie news on this show just because we have Jason who does Indie Corner every week, but there is one Kickstarter project I want to give a shout out to. Othello U. Othello U is basically the board game Othello coming to the Wii U, and it only will utilize the gamepad. It's currently on Kickstarter right now. They're only asking for $1,000. If you pledge $5, you get a copy of the game, and it looks like it would be really fun. It really utilizes the gamepad in a way that it should, and it looks like it could be a fun experience. So if you like board games, if you like Othello, checkers, chess, all that crap, you really should check out Othello U. I'll put a link to their Kickstarter campaign over here. At least at the very least, check it out, because it does look like a cool game. And like I said, if you pledge $5, you can get a copy of the game when it releases. So it's win-win for everyone. Be sure to check it out. Alright, and that's going to do it for this week's show. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. As always, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our page if you haven't, comment below, talk to me, hit me up on social media, Twitter, hit up the Facebook page, do all that cool stuff. Now, Jason Lapine is doing a sick indie giveaway. He's giving away $100 worth of merchandise. It's dope stuff. Armillo t-shirt, Shovel Knight t-shirt, Indie Corner t-shirt, mugs, games, all sorts of crazy stuff. And all you gotta do to enter is send a Indie Corner intro video. Basically make fun of Jason and send him a video of it, and you could win. It's sick. If I was able to enter, I totally would because I want some of that merchandise, but, I can't. So make sure you guys check that out. I'll put a link to the video over here describing how to enter the contest and whatever, and it's really cool. It looks to be really fun. I'll see you guys next week on Week in Review. I have a bunch of other stuff coming out this week. We got Fossil Fighters review coming out hopefully by Monday. I've been working on my underrated Nintendo handheld video, but then something else came in the mail, so I have to review that instead. It's going to be a fun thing. It'll be an episode of Retro Corner. I think you guys will really enjoy it. But enough talk. I got to go do some other stuff, so I'll see you guys next week. Later.